tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, we have One Bomb, and he'll be up first is One Bomb from the United States of America.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the blue trunks with blue trim. One Bomb. Fighting out of the blue corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this corner right there. So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
There's a counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Missing with the left hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That punch lands. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is a...
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This counter fighter believes in me. Anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
They exchange punches. Oh, that punch. Do you believe this? Through the hook, didn't land. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he scores with the counter. Doesn't score. Both men step back for just a moment. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You'd like to see more jabs. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this...
And there's the bell for round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. In the build up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. Good punch. That hook was thrown with some bad intention. Good counter punching. How about that time counter shot? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
And that left hook doesn't find its target. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Trying to land that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and a corner.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use flame over brawn.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter shot. Catch and shoot. Missing with the hook. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A perfect counter lands. Lucky that hook didn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
I like that, Samaki. Good man, good man.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Get your mind back on the job.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you still landing.
Time for the 5th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Whoa, wait a minute! Canelo Alvarez just got a big, heavy blow, and Saul is down! Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Do you believe what we are seeing? How is this fight still continuing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
You'd like to see more jabs. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Both men step back for just a moment. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the respect.
There's the bell to start round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming up? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
So one who draws first blood, Todd, that's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So much firepower here. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. No rest for the weary. Good counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think right.
And there's the bell to start round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What a punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nobody home with that hook. Nope, that hook won't score. Insane action. You'd like to see more jabs. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, Meg looks so...
And we enter the 8th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Both men step back for just a moment. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice work to block that right uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Can't score with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Feel about that split decision victory, Johnny?
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as that. You know, I might have been around that or two, but these guys have got it right. Well even fight, even match. I'd have noted that as well.